I play Clint, Brandon, and Brock. Got the game on lock, the competition flop. Live from the old state, the home of many greats. Smashing opposition, shaking them up like earthquakes. Tune in on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. YouTube, going nuts, click the link, no spam. No matter the weather, rain, sleet, or snow, it's a go. We gon' blow, enjoy the show. Preparation, determination, get a clue. On behalf of Lil Shady, 3-point view. Preparation, determination, get a clue. On behalf of Lil Shady, 3-point view. No matter the weather, rain, sleet, or snow, it's a go. We gon' blow, enjoy the show.
Thanks for checking us out here at 3-Point View. I thought I knew a lot about sports. A lot of people thought they knew a lot about sports, and Loyola has gone and busted the bracket. Mm-hmm. For the most part, everybody who's like, I got 3 out of 4 right now, back in the day it used to be, I got all 4. You knew somebody. I don't know anybody right now who's got all 4 teams in their Final Four. So we just watched Kansas take out Duke. How'd you like that one, Clint?
Oh, I loved it. I love that Newman kid. Number 14.
He was hitting.
He's a shooter.
That was the end of my bracket. That's what I had left.
That was the end.
Yes. Now there's nothing left.
What is going to go down as far? You were rooting against Grayson Allen.
Correct.
And why was that?
Because you and your family
daughter.
members.
My daughter
We're all about Duke.
My daughter's 13 years old and she's the biggest Grayson Allen fan, but
no.
It's over. His college career is over.
Correct. I just, I don't know. I root against Duke just like how a lot of people root against the Patriots. I didn't want to see Duke win. I don't know why. I just didn't. I mean, I know they got 5 national championships. Kansas has 3. Like, legendary coach against legendary coach. I was rooting for Kansas. And I like that number 14 kid from the Jayhawks.
I just like the fact that we have an 11 seed.
Yeah.
So you have an 11 seed in Loyola. 14 all time. LSU did it back in the day. VCU, George Mason. We all remember George Mason. Yeah. Last time, though, George Mason was in the Final Four, ratings weren't so good. Nobody tuned in. Nobody watched it. Is it more about the bracket? Is it more about basketball? Because there's people who don't even like basketball who fill out a bracket.
I think in a certain retrospect, it's kind of like a fantasy football thing. Right. You know, once you got something on the line, you actually pay attention. Because to be honest,
like us on a Thursday night game, 2 in the morning or whatever the late game.
I kind of the last thing I was really paying attention to was Duke, just because I said it a long time ago. I thought Duke was going to win it all.
No,
I mean, I'm obviously going to pay attention because now we're close, and now I guess I'm pulling for Loyola.
Put it this way: you have 17.3 million brackets filled out on ESPN.
Ain't none of them right.
Guess what was the percentage? This was back in the Sweet 16. What the percentage was that advanced to the Sweet 16? 2.3.
Less than 5.
And I bet you like 95% of those were from Chicago.
Yeah, more than likely.
Was it Sister Jean's? Sister Jean's bracket?
It might have
98 years old.
She did say she had a fantasy bracket, which was her Loyola winning it all against Villanova. That was her fantasy bracket.
I did have Villanova winning it all. I think Villanova can play any style basketball. They can speed it up. They can play hardcore defense. They can slow it down. I think they're your most complete team. I think Loyola is just riding high on emotions right now. Yeah. The fact that Richardson didn't even average, I think he only averaged like 10 points a game, and he was just going on.
Loyola still has to get past
Michigan team.
You know, to get to the championship.
And I'm an Ohio boy, so I'm going to be rooting for Loyola.
I'm going for Loyola, too.
I'm Loyola the rest of the way.
I
don't even care what happens.
Just say it with me. Loyola.
There
you go.
Did I say it wrong?
Lola. You were singing Lola.
Whatever.
So we also have Villanova and we have Kansas. Graham, as far as Kansas, is what makes it go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like he came out and set the tone against Duke and said, "This is how." If he didn't even shoot. He shot 33% from the field up till the game against Duke. He comes out hitting. They're a tough.
Which just ended like an hour ago.
Yeah. So we just watched it. I was rooting for Duke with my daughter, and he was rooting for Kansas, and Brandon was still trying to say Loyola. So.
Yeah.
Brandon had Duke to win the national championship.
That went down.
Is a popular pick.
It was all that was left.
Wait, what were you saying about Graham?
So I'm saying I believe he's the motor, he's the engine of that team. He sets the tone when he come out as a scorer and just straight was making his shots because he wasn't shooting
Okay,
garbage.
so who you got, Graham or Brunson?
I think Graham is the one who got the overall game out of both of them. So.
Yeah. I gotta give the edge to Brunson just because his dad.
Yeah.
You know, his dad, former NBA player. He's grew up. He's known, you know, the system of how to play basketball, how to train, how to do the right things. Graham, I think he's a little sloppy, kind of like I was saying earlier with Grayson Allen. He's a little sloppy. Brunson, he's close to his body, less turnovers. I don't know. I like Brunson. I think Villanova beats Kansas, and then Loyola.
What are we calling her? Grandma Jean?
Sister Jean.
Sister Jean.
Sister Jean's bracket that she's been praying for Loyola. I can't say it. She's been praying for him the whole way, but her bracket is getting ready to come true. So
Villanova and
hopefully she actually put a little money on the line because maybe prayers come true.
Well, at this point, I don't think it matters unless you got grandkids.
I always like this
Why
one.
not?
I always like this one in the Catholic.
Grandma's favorite.
In the Catholic religion, I always love this one. No gambling. No this, no that. Bingo on Thursday.
Right.
You know what I mean? We're playing cards on Friday. And
The team reminds me of Hogwarts. The colors, you know, like
Oh,
Harry
yeah,
Potter.
it does. Yeah, it does.
You know? Like
So-
they would come flying in on brooms.
I guess Towns played high school basketball with Karl Anthony Towns in New Jersey, and they won a state title there. Obviously, Karl Anthony Towns went one and done.
Right.
And
Are they related?
no, they're not related.
No relation.
No E in this Towns. But I'm
Right.
saying, as far as he
That-
took a
I'm
different
glad
road.
There's no
to-
ecstasy in this town.
He took a different road. That was a crazy Final Four with Wisconsin and Kentucky when they
Yeah.
played. That was one of my
That was with
favorite.
Kamenisky.
Oh, Frank the Tank.
Yeah.
Who's the one? What's the with the 3-point shooter on that team?
Decker
Decker.
Sam Decker.
Yeah, Sam. They were lighting it up. I remember that.
went to the Rockets and now he's traded to the Clippers.
So, but I don't see no true superstars. Like Grayson Allen was probably the biggest name as far as Duke. Bagley, but they're gone. So I'm saying who is who has the power to take over?
I love the way Loyola plays together.
Well, if you look at their stats, out of all 5 of them average around between 10 to 13 points. So you don't know who to pick. Like they play that.
Well, what they do is they give it to the hot guy, and they ride that hot guy. Like
Well, they play that 1 and 4 out. So they have 4 perimeter shooters on the court all time. So if you know
Are
they
we
feed
talking
it
about
in.
next year? Who do we think is going to come back and
No, we're
drive
talking
it?
this year.
Talking about current,
Well,
just ended an hour ago.
Well, he was talking about Duke that these guys are gone.
No, I'm
so
saying
it's
now
gonna
that
be-
they're gone.
Now that they're gone. Are you asking about next year?
No, I'm talking about this year. We're talking
Now
about
that they're gone.
Loyola.
It's, I mean,
They're gone. They're
whatever.
gone.
You get rid of Duke.
They're
The
gone.
Novas-
Yeah.
the Nova-
Stop hanging on to Duke. All right, just let go.
Nova's probably
Let
the
go.
team
Your,
at this point.
your bracket's busted,
It is.
just like everybody else across America.
It was sad. It was busted 2 weeks ago.
Now, do you ever notice the guy at the bar who is a degenerate gambler because he's the one standing in front of the screen, you know, like screaming, yelling?
Screaming at the
I wonder how much money's been lost throughout all this.
Oh,
billions.
A lot.
Well, they came out with
Billions.
Yeah, they said
Billions.
that. No,
It's
overall
smart how
they
much money's been
said
made.
that overall, like the United States workforce, because people take time more to
Right.
look at their brackets and go online, like because of their going online and they're not working.
Oh, okay, so you're talking like
I'm saying economically,
overall-
plus betting, plus
Right, right,
Vegas,
right,
plus everything put together, billions of dollars are involved.
No.
But I'm saying, but it's the opposite of college football where every week matters. It's kind of like you just wait for, because look at this. All these teams who won like 30 games, well, Loyola's won 32 games at this point.
Yeah.
But I'm saying all these teams, like it didn't even matter. If you get the hot hand at the right time, you got a chance. So, Michigan. No one's talking about Michigan.
nope.
They're looking good.
No.
Good defense.
I have Michigan and Villanueva in my
Villanueva,
my
Charlie?
Villanova. Where'd he go to school at?
Charlie Villanova.
UConn.
UConn, yeah. So I knew that. I was getting there. I was still saying Villanova.
So Villanova. I was gonna say it again. Villanova and Michigan in my FanDuel final bracket. That's what I have going on right now.
Pregame way before the show, just so you guys know.
Yeah. Wow.
You guys
So
got
I had Villanova against North Carolina.
But I had Arizona winning it all.
I feel like a genius on the one side.
that went out quick.
really
I feel like
quick.
a genius on the right side. On the left side, I feel like I don't know anything. Like I'm just like it's like.
That's like the part of the brain that controls this side and controls that side.
So we want to know how you guys fared with your bracket. How many of you tell the truth? How many of you went out there and got a great bracket going on? I know if you got 3 out of 4 at this time, you're doing pretty good.
How about I seen this on Twitter? Will Kane. He sent out a picture with Loyola, right? And then crossed out, and then had the other one in. And he was like, "Oh, I should never crossed out Loyola. I should have just left it the way it was." Really?
Will Kane's a douche.
Really? You didn't have
He
Loyola
filled that
all
out
the
late.
way. Yeah.
Look, I had them going. They had like 3 wins into the bracket. It was close.
Pretty good.
Honestly,
More than most.
I ended up having them lose. This. I thought Cincinnati was going to beat them, but of course
Yeah.
that didn't pan out. Whatever. Screw it.
What team though was your favorite Cinderella team going through?
Out of
Over
all
the
time?
years, all time.
Well, watching it,
One team that you like really was like, "Oh my god, I hope."
Valparaiso, Bryce Drew.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I love that team.
Number 20.
I was rooting for Kent State the year
Curry
they were
with
in it.
Davidson.
Curry with Davidson.
Oh, Curry with
I was
Davidson.
Wichita State.
I was actually at that time. I literally was like a Curry supporter. Like I was.
Yeah.
I was. Everybody. Oh, he's little. He's not going to pan out. I'm like, dude, he's a.
I was really
sharpshooter.
rooting for Butler back when Brad
Oh
Stevens
yeah,
coached them.
Hayward was there
Yeah,
too.
when Gordon Hayward
When
was-
they lost to Duke.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I was really rooting for them. So
Yeah.
what he did at that program so fast is like
Mm-hmm.
amazing.
I liked Wichita State, the Shockers. With
Yeah.
Ron Baker.
They always play good defense.
Fred Van Fleet and Cleanthony Early. Sorry, I was like a little tongue twister there. Sorry.
So, like I said, we told you who our favorite underdogs of all time were. You tell us what your favorite Cinderella stories were. Who's your final pick? Final 4.
Loyola against Villanova.
Villanova. Well, I picked Villanova, so
And
I'm
I'm
gonna stick with
picking
Villanova.
Loyola.
Okay, my heart wants to say Loyola, but I'm
Yeah.
a realist. I'm gonna say Michigan, Villanova for the championship, and
Really?
Villanova to win it.
I'm going for the underdog.
I want to. I'm just saying if you
I'm
had
just gonna ride it.
if I had to put
I'm
my
just
own
gonna
money on it, I'm putting Michigan. Like you're not gonna notice how big Michigan is until they stand next to.
Well,
you know.
their center, number 13, is pretty big.
Right,
And
that's
Jackson, number 1, he's pretty big, too.
Yeah, so I'm
But-
saying like it's gonna happen.
Loyola's not bad, though.
I believe in prayer.
Sister Jean in the house!
Gee.
Nova and Loyola. That's what.
What is wrong with us right now?
All right,
No,
so
we just got done watching a
Can't
college
even get a
game.
word
We've been
right
sipping a
now.
little
There's so
bit.
much adrenaline going on.
So, if you think Loyola and Villanueva are gonna win,
Loyola?
that's
Oh.
what I'm just making funny. So,
How do you say it again?
Loyola.
Loyola, Loyola, whatever.
Like you remind me of Lloyd of Dumb and Dumber. So yeah, Loyola.
That comparison, it makes you dumb and dumber.
Want to hear the most annoying sound in the world?
You can right after this on 3-Point View.
But there's a town back that way.
Let's do your Sesame Street across the bottom. 330-766-2215.
What was it, like a tail on
That's
it?
like way over there.
You can
Just call us.
You can call us and we'll debate you. We might even call you and put you on the show.
It doesn't matter what you call about or leave a message
You can
for.
call about anything you want, period. Just leave a message if we don't answer.
Sports related.
And if it's
Sports related.
if it's worth calling you back, we will. And we'd like to do it live on air so we can debate you and everybody get
No.
to watch it. You can tune in and listen to yourself.
Now, you can't be the fan of heart if you do call in. Everybody's big, Mr. Big Shot from behind the computer.
what are they called?
but,
Twitter warriors or
Twitter.
keyboard warriors?
I'm just saying.
You freeze up, I'm hanging up on
On
you.
Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, YouTube, going nuts. Click the link, no spam.